Josie, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I think I am thinking what you're thinking. It's
party time! This week for Monday Makeup, if you have a birthday in lockdown, you'll want to watch this video. What are you going to do, Josie?
So I'm thinking, so I put on one of my like funky shirts. This is kind of like one of my trademark things I like to wear. And so I'm going to bring out some of the colours in my shirt. I'm going to go for almost like a cranberry sparkly eye, Colour Chameleon from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in bronzed garnet. So it's more of like a slightly purpley, bronzy brown. So it's really, really pretty. And what I'm going to do is literally just start by popping this all over the eye, and sort of right up to where my crease begins.
I'm going to go in with my eyelid primer from Jane Iredale in shade Canvas. So this is quite like a nudie pearlescent shade that, you know, I do have some clients that like to just use this on its own, just for like a day-to-day, you know, nice natural eye. But the main benefit and use of this is actually for helping your eyeshadow to have a little bit more life to it, so it looks a little bit more pigmented, and most importantly, it lasts the whole day.
I love that. We love products that can last.
Oh, we do, especially when it's your birthday.
Exactly. I'm also going to take that, guys, a little bit just underneath, because I'm going to make it quite smoky today, but I'm just going to follow my lash line.
I'm going to make it all about my lips today. So for today's eye look, I'm actually going to use the Daytime palette from Jane Iredale. So all of these shades are a nice matte shade. So like the name suggests, you can use it in the daytime. So maybe you're having a Zoom afternoon tea, you could actually use this. And even if you are having a celebration at nighttime, you can have the darker, smokier colours to take it from day to night. So all I'm going to do initially is I'm going to just take the peachier shade and I'm going to take that all over the lid. So similarly to where Josie is placing her lovely rich burgundy colour at the moment, I'm going to be doing the same with the peach tone.
I'm then going to take this gorgeous sparkly shade here. It is a discontinued palette from Bobbi Brown, but Bobbi Brown do amazing sparkle shades, which are just amazing for going over the top. So I'm just going to take my ring finger and I'm going to pop that all over where I put my Colour Chameleon.
Look at that shimmer.
And I'm going to take that right up into and sort of press it where I can feel my eye socket bone. I'm going to take it up and sort of really press it in there.
I'm now going to build on the peach colour that I've already gone in with, and I'm now going to step it up with the next two shades that are next to it. So when you're doing your eyeshadow, I always say to clients, think like Neapolitan ice cream. Yeah. So you have your light, almost skin tone shade that goes over the eye. This is just generally speaking. There are no rules with makeup, but if you want something to go by, then I tend to do light shade all over. I'm going to go in with this nice sort of coffee colour in the centre, and then I'm going to go with the darker brown shade on the outside. So you're almost making 3 lines.
Back in with the palette, and I'm going to take this slightly deeper shade here, which is kind of, it's almost like an aubergine colour. I'm going to take it on like a small smudgy brush, and I'm going to take that underneath my eyes just to start smoking out the lower lash line. And then I just sort of connect it in the outer sort of V there.
Going in with my darker brown shade. Now I've already done it on this eye, so just to show you what I'm doing is I'm going on the outer corner just as a little bit of a line, and then I'm going into my socket, so really just rocking back and forwards and back. And then what I tend to do is, you can see when you're doing this yourself how it may look a little bit non-blended. So I go in with the crease brush, which is a nice fluffy brush, and I just blend it all together. So you can keep it as defined or as smoked out as you wish. And today I'm actually going to go in with shade Onyx, which is more of like a grey / black, just because it will go really in keeping with what I'm doing. You pop the brush that it comes with into the top. The pot itself is a solid colour, but they are gel to powder eyeliners. So really good for manipulating and blending. And if you're scared of eyeliner, this is the one for you.
I'm taking my Rock and Coal liner in Barbarella Brown. Again, these are really nice and soft, so you've got that little bit of play time to manipulate. But because I want this to be kind of more of an eyeshadow focus, I'm going to keep this really tight to the lash line because I am going to go in with some false eyelashes. So I just need a little something to just hide that band. So I'm just going to take it on, following your lash line, and I'm just going to sort of wiggle that in between my lashes.
So you just look down, close your eye, and you literally just follow the line of your eyelashes. You can take this underneath if you want to, but I don't really want to close in my eye today because, as I said, it's all about the lips. I'm now just going to add a little bit of mascara to my lashes, which prior to this I have put on my lengthening and conditioning serum that really does help to pre-treat the lash.
I'm going to curl my lashes first and then pop a light layer of mascara on. I just find that if you're doing a half lash, I prefer to have a little bit of mascara on just so you can see where you want to pop the lash.
So I've put my mascara on, so I'm going to go in with my Active Light Concealer. So the foundation that I've chosen today is the BB Glow Time from Jane Iredale. This is already a 4-in-1 foundation. So this is actually a concealer, foundation, primer and moisturizer. So I don't necessarily need to do this, but I want some real brightening under my eyes. That's one of those things that is one of my staples in my looks. So these are really amazing. They're like a dupe of the Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclat. So you literally just paint underneath. I tend to go in, an upside down triangle. Some people really focus on that inner corner. I just go all the way underneath on both sides. All you need to do is twist from the bottom of the applicator if you want any more.
I'm just waiting for my eyelash glue to dry and then I'll be popping them on.
Love that. So once you feel like you've painted the under eye concealer on enough, what you're then going to do is you can either grab a sponge at this point and dab it in. I'm just going to go in with a really light concealer brush, and I'm just going to very gently tap underneath because we don't want to drag the eye. And this will really define the eyeliner and it will just cut off the eyeshadow.
To see what a difference a bit of a half lash can make. Love it.
It's my favourite trick from Monday Makeup.
Yeah,
my absolute favourite.
Also, it's great if you're someone that kind of likes a false lash, but I find for me sometimes if they're too pokey or spiky, my inner corner, they're just not as comfortable to wear. So wearing a half lash, it makes it a lot more comfortable on the eye.
Now that I've got my liquid just roughly blended under my eye, we now need to set this in place. So I'm going to take the concealer trick that I've been showing you over the last few weeks. So I'm taking a lighter shade of the Pure Pressed Powder Foundation. I'm teaming it up with a flocked sponge, and I'm literally just going to go under the eye, patting, setting in place.
Love a good bright under eye. I am now, while I'm just waiting for my lashes to dry a little bit more before I add a bit of mascara, I'm just going to do a bit of cleanup. I've had a tiny little bit of fallout, and I just want to make, when you go for a smoky eye, it is really nice to have a super nice bright under eye, I think, anyway.
Oh yes, I agree. So I'm just taking that under, really brightening. Now I'm just going to go in with the Great Shapes contour palette, and I'm just going to use shade warm, darker shade, just sculpting underneath, just lightly, nothing too heavy. It's all about the lips time. So I'm going to go in with lip liner from Jane Iredale in shade Crimson. So this is just a really nice cherry red. I'm just going to line, because I think the most important thing with a red lip is making sure that your liner is correct.
Oh, 110%.
You can also, if you make a mistake, go around the actual lip line with a concealer brush and just sharpen it up. Okay, now we're ready for lip colour. So I am going in with the Beyond Matte Lip Fixation in shade Longing. So this is amazing for longevity within a lipstick. It's brilliant for wearing under a mask. It's even incredible for when you're eating. It really, really lasts. I'd said in another video that I actually filmed this Monday makeup, and then I actually went out to walk the dog. I had to go into a shop. All in all, it was about 4 hours later, and I still had the lip fixation on.
That's amazing.
So we're going to go in bottom lip.
That is such an amazing red. It's like a proper Hollywood red.
It is, isn't it?
Mm. So I'm just adding a little bit of my favourite Pot Rouge. This is in powder pink. It is just, in my personal opinion, the perfect, if you don't know what blush to wear to go with something, powder pink.
Lipstick trick, if you don't want lipstick to get on your teeth, finger.
Yeah. Love it. An oldie but a goldie, that one.
It is an oldie but a goldie. Because I always hate it when friends go, oh, let.
I know.
Every time.
I always feel bad telling people, but I always think I would want to be told. So
tell me.
Yeah. Got to look out for each other.
Yeah. Love that blush.
Just nice, picks up the complexion. I'm just going to go in now. I'm going to keep the lips super simple. I'm just going in with a nude lip liner and then a nude lipstick, just because I really do want it to be all about the eyes. Just as a little bit of extra something on the lips, going in with a lip luster in Blondie from Charlotte Tilbury. This is a gorgeous pinky sheeny nude.
I think we're ready to party now.
I am ready to party. Who wants a party?
Me.
Oh, I love that red lip on you, Lex. It looks so good.
I love the smokiness, the shimmers on the eyes. Just
shimmer.
Thank you so much for joining me for this.
Thank you.
Makeup. So for anyone having a birthday in lockdown, hopefully one of these looks will be able to be recreated by you, and make sure you tag us because we love it.
Yes, please. Always. Thanks, Lex.
See you next week.